Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Start Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. He'll call for the fair catch here. So Mississippi State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
Going for the big play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Reeled it in and just made the house call. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bacon. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oklahoma's offense will have its first possession of the game. This is just a great... on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throw now.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They'll line up for a second down play. From the gun, running back gets the give. The Sooners pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Line gets set, 1st down. The give to the back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. And the Sooners have this offense rolling. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try the run. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. And it's right down the boulevard. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David. Looking deep down the right side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown Bulldogs! What a catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Bacon. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Sooner offense returns to the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
On second down, he'll fire. Right down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. They'll try to run for it. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Leaves it with the back. Shows him the stiff arm. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. And it's almost intercepted in the end zone. It's caught, but he's out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a bullet dodged by this offense. After the misconnection, it's second down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Working that left side. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're trying to get to it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown Sooners! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a... He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Rolls it in. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Going up top. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Offense getting set for first down. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, to give, looking for room. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. A first down for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Booth. Looking for a deep man. And that ball is picked off. Looking for more room. And he will... What a play to get the ball back for his offense. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Makes his man miss. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking left. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Fires to the middle. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Movement here from the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Quick strike complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll go. But take over. Needed to get the ball back.
Cornerbacks have to have great field awareness. They got to understand where they are and how that relates. You got to understand the sidelines there. So I don't need to get too close to the sideline. He understood that. Understand the receiver didn't have very much space to work with. Takes advantage of it and makes the big interception.
The Sooners want to move quickly. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit.
Touchdown Sooners! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Connection to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
He's got his man, makes the grab. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's caught! Touchdown, Mississippi State! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. First down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll go to the ground. Sweet cut there. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw on second down. Immediately fires to the middle. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And he missed it. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so
he lets it fly. And he's got it at the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Starkville. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Bacon. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out in the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass, using his legs to buy some time. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that down.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. They go to the ground. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. Dances away from one. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. LSU dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Trying the left side. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations.
Intercepted. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming. This offense has a 2nd down play. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. A 3rd and long coming up here. They'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it out. It's Bacon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. 1st down here for the offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
From the gun, the running back has it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Spins away from the defense.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Get it out on the screen. Nice move to keep moving. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. To the ground with the back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Now on the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. It's complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Second and goal for this offense. They'll run the option. And it's on the ground.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he breaks into the open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. He looks that one in nicely. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're facing a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Spits it out to the back. Makes the catch. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they... Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability.
Looking for a huge play. A full dive to haul that one in.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Mississippi State! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt interword, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Throws to the back. It's complete. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Working that left side now. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Going up top on first down. Wide open downfield. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. They're going to throw it again. Coming after him. Finds his back in the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got his man in the middle.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Trying to get to it. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got his man. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another